Hello and welcome to this Ulster Club Intermediate Football Championship semi-final day at the Athletic Grounds. It's the Moy versus Newbridge Ulster semi-final day. A new venue for us here in Armagh. I'm joined again by Philly McQuaid as referee Joe McQuillan of Cavan throws the ball in. Joe McQuillan, a very familiar figure, of course, referee, top official, one of the top officials in Ireland. As Ewan Deeney lays this ball off to Decky Connery in the very early stages, and that's an opening point for Decky. It's greeted with a huge roar from the Moy crowd here in the stand at the Athletic Grounds. And what a start from the throw-in for the Moy. Philly, perfect start for us.
Yeah, great start. Declan could have had a goal there, but over the bar, and they might be quite happy with that just to get off the mark so quickly.
Yep, as that Newbridge kick-out goes out over the line as well. The ball's now kicked in, so just to start, the Moy wanted the Moy to get into this game today as underdogs once again. A very familiar role for them. Carrick Macross were hot favourites in the first round, but we managed to beat them by a point. But today we come up against a very highly talented and fancy Derry side of Newbridge of Derry. Great defending there by Paddy Mackle as he's coming out with here now to Colm Kavanagh. But as I said, just to fill you in this game here now as Mark Gribben makes his way up the field, number 12. In front of a very large attendance here at the Athletic Grounds. This is a change of venue for us here today on this latest crusade in Ulster. Very much bonus territory here again, having won the first round against the Monaghan champions. And that looks like Decky Connery taking another swing at that, and this one's just went wide. So yes, as I said before, Moy versus Newbridge. Newbridge again, firm favourites again with the bookies. I can tell you that they've beaten the Fermanagh and Cavan champions already in this Ulster Championship. Newbridge was drawn out in the preliminary round and they won both games by a 13-point margin. So that tells you something about the task Moy's faced with here today, Philly. This Newbridge team managed by former Derry star Paddy Bradley as well. Strongly fancied. And another big task is Ryan Coleman picks that up and he's driving straight through the heart of the Newbridge defence here now. Newbridge trying to do well to battle him out, and they've done exactly that. Ryan was forced, pressurised into kicking short there as the Newbridge goalkeeper got his ball in the hands, and now this ball's over towards the end line as Newbridge trying to make their way out now, and they're on the 21 metre line trying to form an early attack of their own here. The Moy 1-0 up after that rapid quick score by Decky Conroy to get us off the mark. But here's Newbridge coming forward now. And I say physical in places as well, but some nippy corner forwards. Oh, and here's an opening now. It looks quite open here as Newbridge burn through and go, but they might just settle for the point here. And they have done exactly that. So after just a couple of minutes of play, it's a lively enough start. Newbridge off the mark now. It's now Moy 1 point, Newbridge 1 point. A good start, Philly, by both teams.
Good start by both teams. The Moy seem to be boxing them out well there, but a nice little pass through there opened the Moy up a wee bit and probably done well to force them back out for the point.
And very quickly we'll run through the team here, Philly. The team line out. There's just one change to the Moy starting team on the programme. Number 1 is Nathan Brady. 2 is Paddy Mackle. 3 Tomas McNichol. 4 is Thomas Conlon. 5 Tom Lahern. 6 Niall Conlon. 7 Declan Conroy. 8 today is Ewan Deeney, the captain of the team, of course. 9 is Colm Kavanagh, and as Colm takes that shot, which drops short, but Joe McQuillan has spotted something, he gives the advantage, and that's going to be a free in for the Moy. So 10, Chris Kavanagh is not starting, and he's replaced by Adam Curry again. 11 is Harry Lahern, 12 Mark Gribben, 13 Ryan Coleman, 14 Sean Kavanagh, and 15 Emmett Rafferty. So not too many changes to my team. It's a regular enough outfit. Just as I say, with Adam coming in as a late replacement for Chris, who is carrying an injury throughout this Ulster Championship. Sean Kavanagh now preparing to take this kick. He takes the free. He's kicked it high. It's met with a large cheer again from the crowd, the big Moy crowd, and it's 2 points to 1. Of course, we didn't have too far to travel here today. Just been right on the border with Armagh. This venue certainly suits us, even though we haven't played here, but it's in very close proximity. It's only a few miles from, of course, our own home village in the Moy. So what a venue to be coming to today. Athletic Grounds, brilliant venue. Always love coming to games here to watch some very high profile matches, but little did we think we'd be here watching the Moy in the Ulster Championship, but that's exactly where we find ourselves as Newbridge go on the attack now through Danny Mulholland. And this Newbridge team, as I said before, they've won both of their games in Ulster now by 13 points, both games. The Cavan and Fermanagh champions very easily disposed of, and the bookies, that's why the bookies have made them strong favourites here now, as it's Declan McKeever now coming up in the attack here, and the big midfielder Conor Doherty trying to get through there as well, but the Moy has picked this one up and it's Niall Conlon. So 2 points to 1, lively start here by both teams. Paddy Mackle getting his hands on the ball there, as does Emmett Rafferty in the early stages. Emmett's listed as 15. Meant to be playing corner forward, but of course we doubt if Emmett will be playing that role today. He's going to be out round the midfield line, I'm sure. So, a big Tyrone-Derry battle. We have already seen the Moy overcome the Monaghan champions. That was Tyrone-Monaghan. Now it's Tyrone versus Derry today, and we know all about that type of rivalry when those two counties meet. Sean Kavanagh is outnumbered there by some quick thinking Newbridge defenders here now, and once again as Declan McKeever got his hands on that ball, and it's Podrick McGrogan now as well. 4 McGrogans on this starting team today for Newbridge, 2 in defence, 2 in attack, so obviously big family connections as well to this Newbridge side. A club of course we would also associate with Derry man Damien Barton. We're familiar with that name too, as Mark Gribben gets tackled highly there. So yeah, Joe McQuillan of Cavan refereeing today, or linesman today as well, or James Lewis from Fermanagh, and sideline official is Andy Mullen from Armagh, standby referee Sean Lafferty of Antrim. And a place in the Ulster final. Philly, did you ever think we'd be talking about, one game away from Ulster finals and that? It's still kind of fairy tale stuff this even to be playing in the Ulster semi-final, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but I suppose to get over the Carrick-Cross game was a big hurdle for us, and the Moy started off quite well here, and plenty of men showing, and started, they're playing with a bit of confidence here, and if we can just get on the scoreboard here and keep plugging away at it here, the Ulster final is definitely going to be there for them.
Yeah, and just as we were speaking there, Michael Bateson, the big Newbridge midfielder, fired a good long-range pointer, so that's 2 points each now. So both teams, not much in it, I can tell, in these early stages, but already it looks like being a fairly open, high-scoring contest, unlike Moy's last 2 games, of course, in the Tyrone County final and then against Carrick-Cross, fairly low-scoring affairs. But this one looks to be a bit more open. Maybe it's the big open expanses of the athletic grounds, allowing both teams plenty of space to operate, and maybe just not setting up just as defensively as previous games. Newbridge certainly know how to clock up massive big scores in games, so the Moy defence is going to have to be on top of their game again today. They've certainly been doing their job up to now. As again, the Moy defence back there in numbers, trying to keep Newbridge out here. Newbridge trying to hit the lead for the first time. And it's Paddy McGuigan now on the ball, and that shot goes in, but this one thankfully goes harmlessly wide. So as I said today, the Moy underdogs again. It's a tag we're familiar with. It's 2 points each, and as you can see there with the flags in the background, the Moy is playing with a stiff enough breeze here, Philly. We have got wind advantage in this half, so
yeah, you can see a couple of the Moy shots are already dropped short in the early stages there, but that's something we just need to work on, and working on that bit further for the shot.
Yeah, and just weather conditions today in the lead up to this have been cool, bright and showery, so there's the odd shower going about. It is breezy, and let's just hope we can make a count. Colm Kavanagh catches that ball in midfield, and it's Ryan Coleman lays that one off, and Decky Conroy has started this game extremely well, scoring a point and setting up, as Emmett Rafferty now finds himself in a bit of space, but Emmy's turning back now, looking for a man, and it's Sean Kavanagh who's come up in support. Sean finds himself in the 14-metre line, trying to do that shimmy. Again, this met with a large cheer, and it's Sean Kavanagh has fired that one over the bar. And Philly, I'm very impressed with this opening now. 3 points to 2, and both teams out to play a real free-flowing game by the looks of this.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more open than the last day we played, but Sean started very, very well here. But of course, Sean and Colin has played here on numerous occasions, and Sean's no stranger to this park, and this pitch is really, really good. And there's the second time in these early stages where the Newbridge goalkeeper has kicked out over the end line, so his kick out's just not getting there at the moment. That's Decky Conroy with another shot, this time off the side of the boot, which goes wide. But good sound opening there from the Moy now. In fact, both teams would be happy enough with this.
And I said we saw Colm Cavanagh catch a big ball there at midfield. Colm picked up on his very first All-Star award just over a week ago on Friday the 3rd of November, 9 days ago at Dublin's Convention Centre. What an achievement, personal achievement that was for him after a very big year with Tyrone. So Colm got into this game, always, of course, joining his brother Sean as an All-Star. The Moy being the most decorated club in Ulster now when it comes to All-Star awards. That's All-Star number 11 for us. As this game goes on now, and again that's Michael Bateson, the captain, involved there. But that's a great dispossession by the man Colm Cavanagh we're just talking about, but Newbridge has somehow won that back, and here they come. But it's the captain, Bateson, that has had that shot, and that one goes wide. And that's Newbridge's second wide now. The Moy has also hit 2 wides. So 5 scores and 4 wides, Philly, and this game feels as if it's just barely got underway.
Yeah, it's definitely end to end, and they've done very well to get through there. The Moy had plenty back and plenty of pressure on, but they're still putting that wee dinky ball through there, and they'll be disappointed with that wide.
Yeah, and it is 3 points to 2. And you say Moy just with that slight wind advantage, which Nathan Brady's hoping to use to his advantage in terms of kickouts. But Newbridge finding a wee bit of space here as well when they do try and get through. But this one, that pass into their big full forward, Eamon Burke, has went astray on them. So some people still finding into athletic grounds. This is part of a double bill. We're first up in the double bill today. Following this game, we will have the second of the intermediate semi-finals. And that one is between Ross Trevor of Down and Milford of Donegal, who will also be vying for final place. Who's going to make it? We're down to the last 4 in the intermediate in Ulster. The Moy still there, still challenging in this brilliant Tyrone and Ulster crusade. As I said before, anything's a bonus at this stage, but the closer you get to an Ulster final, how much would we love to be there? You feel this is a once in a lifetime generational thing possibly to achieve big things, so let's hope that can continue. But Unandini's got now dispossessed by Newbridge, who've settled now into this game as well very quickly. And I say, unlike the previous 2 games, as I said, I just find this game just a wee bit more open, and which is a good sign. We could see a lot more football. That's an excellent ball in there by Conor Doherty. He finds Mark McGrogan with that, and Mark McGrogan has found his range, and that one goes over the bar as well. So this free-flowing open game's really entertaining the crowd in these early stages. It's Moy 3, Newbridge 3. So very little between the teams at this stage, fella.
Yeah, good turn, a good point by Mark McGrogan, but disappointingly the Moy gave it away after Sean won it well at the middle and put it in. Unandini gave it away quite easily, and we were really punished for it there.
We were talking about the conditions, but for the month of November, we're in the 12th of November here, still playing football this year. Conditions aren't too bad, you know. The field is in superb condition. As Emmett Rafferty lays that one off to Adam Curry. Adam looking up to see what his options are. He plays a long ball across the field, but that one's gone wayward, and that's going to be into the arms of Kieran Brooks, the Newbridge number 7. Ryan Coleman there challenging Brooks as Newbridge make their way out again. So the Moy have not trailed so far. It's 3-3. The Moy have went in front 3 times, but each time Newbridge has pinned us right back and to re-level each time. They'll be hoping now to hit the front very soon. Emmett Rafferty held his man up very well there, did extremely well. But Newbridge still in the attack. Bateson's got his hands on the ball again. This time it's Danny Mulholland trying to lay that off inside to Bateson again. The captain, was he fouled? The referee says play on. Moy's now back in numbers, but this Newbridge team, you can see how threatening they look at times. They look a slick outfit. And that kick has this time gone over the bar, yes, and Danny Mulholland has put Newbridge in front for the very first time. It's another score from play. And I said most of the scores so far have come from open play. It's now Newbridge 4, the Moy 3. So Philly, you say it looks as if we're going to have a work it out, or brilliant defence. They've been brilliant all year.
Yeah, another good point. But again, we give possession away at the other end under no pressure. The kick pass went astray under no pressure, and that's something we haven't been doing in previous matches. So it's just, I suppose, it's that bit more open, and we're maybe at times with maybe too much time on the ball going forward.
Yes, there's Newbridge on the attack again. This time it's Eamon Burke winning it well inside. And I say, this Newbridge team already looking very threatening. But that's great dispossession that time by Tommy Conlon. Well done, Tommy. Paddy Mackle now with the ball. Can we get this ball out? But Newbridge are applying plenty of pressure on us here. And that is gone astray for us. Oh, and we've won the ball back. So after a little bit of ping pong action there, the Moy is going to get the line ball. So still both teams, while they've settled in well, just the odd wee error creeping in as well, but good pressure by both teams as Harry Loughlin gets his hands on the ball. And that's a lovely pass through to his brother Tom. This time Tom finding himself in a wee bit of space up in his own half forward line, but he's pinned back as well. Adam Curry now gives it back to Harry, who started to move off. And Harry's got it now, and he's laying it off now to his captain Ewan Deeney, who plays it inside. Oh, and that looked a strong enough challenge on Tom Loughlin, and Tom's hurt from that, but Joe McQuillan found absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it's Newbridge coming out with it now. 4-3 ahead. So after a lively enough opening by them, oh, well cut out there by Dackie Conroy. He's got his hands on a lot of ball in these opening 10 or 15 minutes. Sean Kavanagh now lays it back to his brother Colm. Exactly 15 minutes gone now. Can this be the equalising score? Colm trying to make his way past 2 or 3 Newbridge defenders. It's Harry turns. He is back to goal there. He had to turn very quick. But this one is just edged to the left and wide. So a very promising attack ends up with no Moy score.
Yeah, good work with Declan Conroy there. A brilliant ball in. And really disappointed not to come away with a score there.
Yeah, 4-3. So we're in now to the second quarter in a first half that's moving very quickly. 7 scores in the first 15 minutes. I think our last game there was only 2 or 3 scores in by this stage. So, oh, good defence again by Paddy Mackle. He started very well too in the corner of the Moy defence. Doing very well. Giving it off to Sean Kavanagh. And Tommy Conlon with it. Coming up to just on our own 45 metre line. And Moy just want to play a possession game here just for a few minutes as well. But that's been lost there. Mark Gribben was the man who had that ball but got well challenged. And this time Joe McQuillan judges the Moy to a foul there, and it's Newbridge coming away again here. They look sharp, Newbridge, as we would expect. They look slick at times, and they do look threatening in attack. So it's going to take another mighty Moy performance. We've seen a few this year, but it's going to take another one to beat this team, who are now strongly favoured and fancied to win Ulster. And that's the midfielder there, Conor Doherty, shooting, and he's landed that one over the bar as well, and he's happy with that. And all of a sudden, the great Moy start now has kind of evaporated somewhat. It's now Newbridge 5, the Moy 3 points. And that's now 3 points in a row fully for Newbridge. Haven't been 3-2 down, they're now 5-3 up, so that's 3 points.
Yeah, Newbridge have quite a variety of boys willing to take on a shot there, and that's a few scorers they have now. And the number 9 was probably fair there, but gave him a slight advantage and he put it over the bar.
And both midfielders have been quite influential in these early stages too, as Mark Gribben picks up this breaking ball around midfield. That's what we need to do. We need to win that ball around midfield, set up what we can. Mark Gribben linking well here with Tom Loughlin as he makes his way inside now the 21 metre line. But Harry just couldn't get his hands on that. That was good defence there by Daisy McColgan of Newbridge, who read that ball well, anticipated it as Harry Loughlin was bearing through in goals. We've seen how well Harry was shackled, of course, against Carrickmacross when they doubled up on them. They now see him, of course, as a huge danger man as well. So I wonder, will that be the situation today again, as Newbridge wing back Kieran Brooks now goes in the attack, but he's had to turn back, faced by big Moy numbers in the defence. So Newbridge will certainly be happy now with the way the last 5-10 minutes of this game have gone for them. Playing against a fairly stiff breeze here in Armagh, but that ball's been shot. Oh yes, and we got a touch on that one. It was Niall Conlon, I think, was the man got his fingertips to that, so that means it's going to be a Newbridge 45. So fully into the second quarter, as I say, I think we've lost just our way slightly. I know it's early stages yet, but with this bit of a breeze, how important do you think the breeze will be now in this game in terms of getting scores and getting our noses in front, hopefully by half time here if we can?
It's difficult to know what way the breeze is, because although the flags are flying there, athletic grounds is a funny sort of a pitch where it might be just like a swirling breeze, you know. We'll see more from this free kick here off the ground.
Yeah, this should definitely be a good judge, Philly, of what way things are going now. Let's see. He's taking a fairly long stride up for this 45. And if he can connect well with this will put Newbridge 3 up, and he looks to have struck this very well, but the umpire has signalled wide. So it was well struck, but just off target. And the score remains now Newbridge 5, the Moy 3. So we mentioned...
We just need to get a grip. So we had a grip of our own kickouts there in the early stages, but we seem to have lost our way a wee bit here, so we need to get it back again.
And we mentioned about Colin Kavanagh picking up his All-Star award there 9 days ago. His brother Sean's been celebrating for an entirely different reason there in the last couple of days. He's just celebrated the birth of his 3rd child, a baby boy, Sean Oak, or Sean Jr. now, as he's going to be known. It's Sean, so congratulations to Sean and Fanula on the birth of Sean. But as Newbridge now go on the attack again, and this time they have extended their lead through Conor Doherty, the midfielder. Both midfielders having a big burn in this so far, Philly. We've seen Michael Bateson, their captain, attacking. I think that could be Conor Doherty's 2nd point. And now, Philly, 4 points in a row from Newbridge. And the Moy now in a wee bit of difficulty now, because that's us 3 down here at a critical enough stage in the first half.
Yeah, that's what Conor Doherty again just went through there, and Tommy Conlon, he just brushed Tommy aside. But we need to get players back to support Tommy there. You know, if he's gonna continue with that, Sean or some of them boys need to get back and
they've won the ball at midfield again. They're winning breaks as well. As Padraig McGrogan got that, but he's been dispossessed. Thankfully, that was a good challenge that time by Niall Conlon. So it's Ryan Coleman now getting the ball, and if ever the Moy needed a score, we're going to need one very soon, you feel. But that one has arrived at the feet of Union Deeney, and Union couldn't quite collect that. So it's going to be Newbridge coming out with it again. Philly, we're going to badly need a score here, you feel, because a team that is now at 4 unanswered points, and this team looks like full of confidence all of a sudden, this Newbridge outfit here, as we go on the attack again. And yes, there is the number 15, Mark McGrogan, switching that across the field. And as Newbridge now has taken control of this game, certainly in the last 10 minutes, after what was a bright opening for the Moy. And this is Paddy McGuigan with a shot in. Oh, and that's just flashed in front of the goals. This could go anywhere. A lovely pick up there by the Newbridge player, but well blocked down that time by Tommy McNichol. As Colin Kavanagh now makes his way out. We can't really afford to be giving away too many more scores now. As Sean Kavanagh, as we just mentioned, he's had a busy few days, and you just wonder what his sleeping pattern's been like lately with the new arrival in the house. But of course he's here, giving it his all for the Moy as always. As Emmett Rafferty now. What is Emmett going to do? He's given that across to Niall Conlon. Niall Conlon joining his attack to say, come on lads, let's try and force something here. That's an excellent ball in. He's found Tom Loughlin. Tom has found Ryan Coleman, and he's laid this one off, and this looks like it's Harry Loughlin going through and goal, and Harry shoots and he's hit the ball. That one hit the post and went wide, Philly. That was a real opportunity. We cut Newbridge open there, but not much luck there as that ball, Harry Loughlin, of course the danger man in front of goal at all times, but struck the post, Philly. We could have been doing our score there.
Yeah, serious chance, and if Harry gets in there, he's always going to go for the goal, but it's going to take that player. We were boxed back there 2 or 3 times. It's going to take the like of Niall Conlon coming forward there, because that's how they are successful coming forward. They have a few defenders there. Number 2 there, Keelan McGrogan, gets forward all the time, and it's going to take that extra player or two coming forward like Niall to create that chance, and did that time.
And here Newbridge come again. Oh, Bateson has rounded a couple of my players there as he takes this shot, but again this one looks wide, and that's Newbridge's 4th wide as well. So not only have they hit the last 4 points to go 3 up, they've been hitting wides as well, although both teams have an equal number of wides at this stage. It's the wide count is 4 each for both teams, so an even enough spread of scores. But it's Newbridge who've got that advantage on the scoreboard, and the Moy have found themselves in positions like this before, going behind. But as I said before, they're going to want to end this little bit of a scoring route from Newbridge if we can. Joe McQuillan's going forward there with what was a reckless enough challenge there by the Newbridge player on Tom Loughlin. And this looks like it could be the first booking of the day in what has been a close enough contested game, but certainly not too physical or anything at this stage. And the first man to go into the book is Danny Mulholland, the Newbridge centre half forward. As Colin Kavanagh down adjusting his footwear. Tom Loughlin takes the free, but he's going backwards with it to Niall Conlon. And again, the Moy just wants to keep possession, keep this ball away from Newbridge as best they can, as Tommy Conlon goes on a great run towards the midfield line, but he has had to turn back again, he's had to check. Newbridge now back defending numbers 2. Tommy Conlon, the full-back, is also joining his full-back comrade up around midfield. So the defence, Trena, as Philly mentioned, the defence needs to be getting up in support of the attack here to create a few openings. Ryan Coleman was certainly bundled over that time, and that looked cynical enough. The referee is not going to take any further action on this, but Ryan Coleman certainly felt the brunt of that challenge, and it's way beyond the 45-metre line, so this is going to take a massive kick and an effort from Sean to put this one over the bar, you feel. So I think Philly now we're well over 10 minutes here without a score, and this looks like a big kick of Sean's to try and force us back into this now. There's upwards of, well, just 5 minutes before half time, and we're really going to need to conjure a score out of somewhere now.
Yeah, this would be a big ask from this distance, but he's quite capable of it.
And let's see how the wind maybe affects Sean's kick here too. Oh, he's kicked that, seems to have kicked that quite well, but again he had the power, but this one is just veered to the left and wide. As Philly said, it certainly wasn't an easy kick. Well outside the 45-metre line there. So that's another wide for the Moy. It's 5 wides now for the Moy. We've hit one more than Newbridge. So, 6-3, with just a few minutes to go to half time, and we did hit our 3 points fairly early in this half, so things have gone slightly awry for us, and that will cause a wee bit of concern for the Moy management, as I'm sure they're already thinking about half time, getting their team in and making the necessary tactical changes. We know we have a lot of strength in the bench, as Tommy McNichol fighting very hard to win possession back for the Moy there, but 2 Moy players have collided. It looks like Adam Curry and Sean Kavanagh got tangled, and Adam Curry's still on the ground as Newbridge goes in the attack. There's a big hit has come in there from Tommy McNichol, but it was from behind, and that's going to be a Newbridge free. So a couple of big challenges going in there now, but the long and short of it is, it's a Newbridge free just outside the 21-metre line, and this is an opportunity for Newbridge to extend their lead to 4 as we approach half time. Still about 3 minutes or so to go, 3 or 4 minutes. And this would be a further blow to the Moy if Newbridge now could make this 5 unanswered points for them. Adam Curry, the man who's getting a wee bit of treatment after a big hit, but it was his own man who he collided with, so just
I think a wee bit of a lack of communication there between Sean and Adam on the left is for the Newbridge man to walk away with, and now this looks like another scoreable free.
Yeah, and the Moy crowd has noticeably gone a wee bit quieter, obviously, since that blistering start, which saw us hit 3 points inside the opening 10 minutes, but we have now gone, I think it's now 15 minutes or over without a score, and this will cause us a wee bit of concern, especially given that we could be playing against what looks a fairly stiff breeze there. So, the Newbridge man has recovered, and it's Danny Mulholland's going to take this free for them, the left footer. And this looks a straightforward enough kick, which you would expect him to put over and put the pre-match favourites 4 points up. And they've done just that. It's just about cleared the crossbar, but it's over all the same. And that's met with a round of applause from the Derry followers here today, as Newbridge go 7-3 up. And you feel, Philly, we're going to need a score before half time here of some description, really, to get us back, to give us something here now at half time, just to rejuvenate the crowd here as much as anything as well here.
Yeah, definitely, but looks, we need to start winning the ball around the middle, and we've won this one here, but we just need to work it in, I suppose the longer the thing goes on and the longer we're going without a score, the more desperate we are, but we need to be working in the proper scoring position. And
after Emmett Rafferty and Sean Kavanagh combined to win that ball at midfield, we've kicked that away again there now, as Newbridge comfortably dealt with that one in defence. And this looks like Mulholland again here. He's got his hands on a lot of ball, as many of the Newbridge forwards and midfielders, but that one has gone astray, thankfully. And Niall Conlon's the man back picking that one up. Niall, a great man for picking loose ball up, reading his game well, and here he comes in support of his man, and that certainly wasn't shoulder to shoulder. Joe McQuillan adjudged that it was shoulder to shoulder. I think I'd have to beg to differ there. I think Niall was very unfortunate not to get a free, and the referee's going to end up throwing this ball in here. So am I walking about You just get the impression the body language just isn't what it was in the opening few minutes of the game.
It's just that previous attack there again. We kicked the ball away under no pressure and gave possession away, and we're really creating our own downfall here at the moment.
And it's just been announced, Philly, that there's going to be 2 additional minutes here, of which we're just entering injury time now. So 2 minutes to get us back into this. And we're somehow going to need, again, to get our forwards into this game. The defence has been a wee bit overworked for our liking there in this last 20 minutes of this half. A lot of pressure coming on our back line. I say they've been doing a brilliant job this year in curtailing some very, very good attacking outfits. And this Newbridge team is no different. This is the classiest team certainly we have come up against all year. And you'd expect nothing else, I suppose, at this stage of an Ulster competition. And this is one decision that does go our way. It's Joe McQuillan has awarded that free now to Colm Kavanagh. Now, is Colm going to go for the long ball in? It looks as if he is. He knows it's coming up to half time, so he's going to drive this one in and hopefully it breaks our way, but it hasn't. It's Podrick McGrogan. Won that ball back for Newbridge. And as I say, Newbridge, we can have no complaints here so far. They look the better team, I have to say, in this first half, and they're worthy of their lead. But Moy has forced maybe one last turnover. Is this a last opportunity maybe to get a score before half time as the sun comes out again here at the athletic grounds? And Harry Loughrane on the ball now. Yeah, Harry was getting well shackled there by the number 23, Oren McGlone from Newbridge. And Harry just content to give Sean the opportunity of possibly firing this one over. Again, it's a good distance out.
Yeah, good work by Mark Ribbon there to overturn that ball originally, but we're not getting Harry's not getting any space there at all, and they're probably quite happy to foul him out there.
Sean now lanes up this long range free. And he looks to have judged this one extremely well, and that's been met with a big cheer as Sean fires that one over for a much needed score. That's ended a scoring drought for the Moy for about 20 minutes, so it's 7 points to 4 now, and that's a score that was badly needed, fella.
Yeah, it's a big score and just leaves a goal in it. I think both free takers have come to terms with the wind. I think the wind's sort of a crossfield wind, and they use that to their advantage for the frees from here on in.
And you join us again here for the second half now, and the score, of course, is Newbridge 7 points, the Moy 4 points. As the Moy goes in an early attack, and we have a massive 30 minutes of football we're going to need to produce here. But that's exactly the start we wanted now against the wind. It's Conall Duffy, the sub. Conall has been introduced to the Moy team here for the start of the second half, and straight from the throw-in, that's a very early point, and that's just the start we needed in the second half, Philly. Conall Duffy, the man with the score.
Yeah, I suppose we probably needed to make changes after the first half, and Conall Duffy stayed in there and stayed to score, and that's a good decision by the management.
And Emmett Rafferty, I think, the man to make way now for Conall to come on. So, and Adam Curry is also off the field, so the Moy has made 2 changes to the team here. We'll try and find out just who else has come on here very shortly. I think it's Paddy Lavery could also be in the field of play, as the Moy looks to have won that free as well. So a good early start for the Moy. Already their body language would suggest that they've got a bit of a rollicking possibly at half time. I know I was talking to a few Moy people there at half time, and they weren't at all confident. The breeze certainly seems to have picked up as well as Sean fires that free over now, and that has got us back down to a point. So 2 very early points for the Moy to get us down to a point again. And with this breeze picking up in Newbridge's favour, that's just what the doctor ordered there, those 2 early scores. It's now Moy 6, Newbridge 7. And I say the Moy have introduced 2 substitutions. And that tells you something about the management weren't entirely pleased with what was going on in the first half at times. And something just happening off the ball there as we try to follow the play here now again. Newbridge goes in the attack now too. Sun beaten down here. And that's the number 7. Kieran Brooks has shot that one. And he shot it over the bar too. So that's a flurry of early scores as well. 2 good scores for the Moy, but Brooks replies for Newbridge. It's Newbridge 8, Moy 6. Oh, and that's been a very lively start to the second half here, fella.
Yeah, good start on the number 7, the back defender, getting up there and getting a score after the Moy's good start, but it's definitely close here, and it's probably going to be that way to the end.
Yeah, we could be in for another close battle. And Moy certainly used to close battles. Newbridge, not so much in this Ulster campaign. The Moy just, of course, had that 1 point to spur over Carrick Macross, who were favourites in this game. We find ourselves as underdogs again. And Joe McQuillan now going over and having a word. Though something happened off the ball here. I think that he just wants to go over and address. And that looks like Dackie Conroy's going over to talk to. I didn't quite see what happened. Dackie obviously got involved in some bit of a tangle, and he's been shown the yellow card. It's not really Dackie's form to be picking up many cards there, so I'm not sure what happened, but he's in the book now anyway. As Nathan Brady takes this kick out. So the Moy's going to need as big a 30 minutes as they've ever produced in Championship football if they want this dream to continue in the Ulster Championship. And just as I say that, Sean has got robbed at midfield, Sean Kavanagh, but that's great pressure by the Moy now. The tackling coming in, I can see a lot more tackling going on from the Moy, and that's a brilliant turnover forced. That's more like it from the Moy. That's what we need to see, and we're going to need to see a whole lot more of that possibly. As Sean Kavanagh takes that kick inside, and it's Colin Kavanagh now lays that off to Tommy Conlon. Tommy finds himself very, very close to goal here. He's laid this off to Harry Loughlin. Harry shoots the point. Aaron, great score from the Moy. Great turnover there, they forced at midfield. That's exactly what we want to see. A lot more pressure being applied now, and the Moy tackling becoming a lot more intense. And that's a good finish by Harry Philly. It's now 8-7. And this is a game now that's really going to excite this crowd here, I think, because both teams seem to have a lot more to offer still as well. As Michael...
Yeah, opened them up a little there, and Tommy possibly had a goal chance there, but was probably closed down quite quickly and played it back out to Harry. But back to 2 points in it here again now.
And I have to say, this is highly entertaining stuff. I know we're nervous here today. There's a lot of pressure on both teams. There's so much at stake. An Ulster final place up for grabs here. And I know we're all sitting on the edge of our seats here. You know, it's been a brilliant build-up to this game. To say we're involved in Ulster semi-final. But it's entertaining. And it's lively. And I'm sure any neutrals here today are enjoying this as well. As Newbridge kicks that one in. But Niall Conlon has dealt brilliantly with that one as well. That was Paddy McGuigan had struck that one in, and the sun now affecting things as well here. Not a bad complaint of the sun out on a lovely crisp November day. But let's see just now. Oh, that's good pressure again been applied by Newbridge, and this time they have forced the turnover. So both teams now really, really up for this. And to say, Paddy Bradley, the former Derry star, of course, great footballer Paddy Bradley. He was the man assigned to take this Newbridge team over. He obviously seen something in this outfit to suggest that they were good enough to win Derry. And now the bookies are also saying they're good enough to win Ulster. They have installed them as favourites. And it's Conor Doherty now lining up to take this free kick. 8-7 is the score at the minute to Newbridge. And that kick might be veering off wide there. Or has it gone out? No, I think it's been kept in play. It has. And yes, the Moy has won that well. Good defence there. That looks like Paddy Mackle over there winning vital possession for the Moy in his own full back line. Tommy Conlon taking the free kick. Getting that one out now to Ewan Deeney, who's roamed out the field. Trying to set something up here. But that was a ball there that was very much 50-50 and has went the way of Newbridge. But the Moy there again in numbers, they're playing great pressure again there. Dackie Conroy winning that one. But you can see the Moy surrounding Newbridge. Every Newbridge player gets a ball around midfield. There's now 3 or 4 Moy players surrounding him and tackling him and hounding him. And that's won us a free there as well. Joe McQuillan signalling, and it's 45 metres out here. And Sean might fancy this one. It's just inside the 45 metre line. He's kicking into the stiff breeze, but he's going to have a go at this one anyway. Let's see where it ends up. Sean strikes it. It looks a lovely strike over the black spot. We'll take that every day. And that's the Moy's 4th point this half already. And that puts us back in level terms, Philly. So what was looking bleak at half time against a formidable Newbridge team, against the elements, we're back in level terms. And this has been a very good start to the second half.
Yeah, very good start. That's a serious good point for Sean. As I said, he's well used to this pitch here, and we're back in level terms. And if we can just creep ahead now, we'll maybe see how Newbridge react.
And more great pressure by the Moy. That's certainly been an instruction by the management to really get torn in here to this tackling, get the pressure on. As Harry Loughlin now makes his way forward, but he's dropped this one short. So that was an opportunity there maybe to go in front, but Newbridge survive that kick. Oh, but they forced that one now out over the line, and it's clear now the Moy maybe has got their tails up here. Newbridge slightly rattled. A lot of things went their way in the first half. But now they know they're in a real game against the Tyrone champions, and we know the Moy is not going to lie down in this game. They haven't done all year. They're hardly going to do it today. As Unandini strikes that one, and that's a fantastic score. And just listen to the roar of the crowd. I think the whole of the Moy are here today, judging by that reaction to that score. And I can tell you now, that's 3 unanswered points now. And we're back in front, 9 points to 8, Philly. You've got to be impressed with this now.
Yeah, good pressure again there, and Eamon Denny took that point well, and I haven't seen Eamon there in a while, and that'll give him the world confidence going forward again too.
And Paddy Mackle back up sweep, and I think he's played very well here today. He's got his hands on a lot of ball. He intercepted that one again, corner back for the Moy. So we're dealing with things a whole lot better now, even in our own defence. It's still early stages in the second half. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of Newbridge as well here as they come out with that one this time. The referee has his hands up for an advantage, which he might let go now as Newbridge make their way up the field. Yeah, and that ball is broken county to them, but again the Moy pressure's coming again. That's excellent work there. And this time it's Sean Kavanagh with the ball, and he's going to play it inside now to Ryan Coleman. Sean bundled off the ball just as he laid that one off, but Joe McQuillan's happy to let it go. Harry Lougher now has won the ball in the 45 metre line. He's making his way past the midfielder. He's dodged past another defender. Harry's through and goal! Oh, what a goal! What a goal, Harry Lougher. He won that ball in the 45 metre line. He beat 3 Newbridge players, and that is magic Harry Lougher.
Yeah, I suppose where he won that ball, you'd never thought the goal was on, but with Harry's pace, he just took the defenders and back of the net, and what a great score.
That is an absolutely incredible score. I've been coming to a lot of games in the Athletic Grounds, Norma, over the years. I don't think I've seen a better goal than that one at this venue. That is some strike by Harry Lougher. And sometimes when you think Harry's gone out of a game, he pops up, he does something really special like that, and all of a sudden this game has been turned completely on its head. But the Moy has now scored a goal and 5 points in this half, and as I say, this is as good a period of football as I've seen the Moy produce in a very long time. As I said, at half time there was a lot of Moy supporters talking very pessimistically about how things were going to go. It looked bleak, but by God, the Moy has certainly turned this round. It's Moy 1-9, Newbridge 8 points, and this ball is going our way as well again, fella. What was said at half time, or what was turned these Moy players around here? This has been an amazing passage of football here.
Yeah, I don't know what was said at half time, but I suppose we were really poor in the first half, and every man has stepped up here and put serious pressure on Newbridge, and a goal's a really big score in this game, the way the game has went, and we'll just see how Newbridge reacts.
Newbridge now making a substitution. I think it's the 18 PJ O'Neill coming on for them. But the Moy has hit, in those 9 minutes of the second half starting, the Moy hit 1 goal and 5 points. That's an incredible turnaround from what we'd seen in the first half. Gavin McGilly over there, I think, shouting instructions on here now and having a word with the referee and linesman as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the decision was there, and maybe that's what Gavin's asking it.
There's a bit of applause coming here too, so I think there's more changes possibly been made at the sideline. We'll keep you informed as they're happening. But 4 points up from being 3 points down. We're now, in fact, we were 4 points down at one stage, of course, in the first half. We're now 4 up. But something tells me this Newbridge team, there's bound to be something left in this team as well. I can't imagine they're going to lay down just as easily as well as they play this ball in. Oh, and that's a dangerous ball in, but Nathan Brady has gathered it well. It was Conor Doherty lobbed that one onto the edge of the square. But thankfully Nathan wasn't coming under a lot of pressure, and he comfortably dealt with that one. As Unandini picks up the breaking ball again around midfield as well, lose possession. Sean Kavanagh now. And I think, Philly, a big difference here is the Moy midfield has really got to grips with that as Sean takes. I think that Sean took a couple of big hits there, had high challenges. But I think the game has certainly turned on the basis that the Moy is now practically winning everything at midfield, which wasn't really happening in the first half.
They are indeed, and Colum's getting back there to help Niall and Tommy out, and he's surging out of defence with them balls there, and it really makes a good start for the attack.
Yeah, and Sean has recovered too. And as I say, the Moy club was delighted to hear that there was another Sean Kavanagh on the scene now this week. I can tell you there's 18 minutes left in this game. And if the Moy can play as well as they've done in this opening 12, I think we'll take that as an Ulster final place looms now and becomes a realistic objective now. As Sean Kavanagh now coming through, he's fisted that one in towards Paddy Lavery. There was an opportunity there. Decky Conroy's done extremely well to win that one back. Was he fouled? No, the referee says no. There's enough Newbridge men now back to win possession of their own here, but again, great pressure by Decky Conroy, and Conal Duffy is forced to 45, and that just about sums up the Moy's work rate. Sean came through. We just lost possession there at one stage. He tried to play the ball through. Decky Conroy had it, but after losing possession, we won it back, and that has just summed up the second half. That the Moy is chasing, they're hounding everything, and they're forcing Newbridge into a serious amount of mistakes.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to take. And Newbridge is definitely, as you say, will come back at us at some stage here. And the Moy needs to just keep ticking away at the scoreboard here. And this has been Union's first 45 of the game.
And that's Paddy Bradley in the red bib there, as you can see, the Bannister looking on here. And I'm sure he's very much perplexed as to what has happened. His team would look to be in a brilliant position at half time, but all of a sudden now, he has his work cut out to get his men turned round. Union strikes this one. He hasn't really connected too well with that one, and it's Newbridge who will come out with this. And here they go in the attack now. Newbridge will desperately be needing a score of their own, they'll feel. It's Mark Gribben keeping close tabs on his man. Good work by Mark Gribben, keeping the pressure on Danny Mulholland. Not giving too much away here. As Newbridge tries to find an opening, but the Moy's back there in numbers again, and they're reading the situation very well. And they've certainly tightened this up, and that looks like Tommy McNichol battling to get the ball away. Well, they had very little opportunity to get that ball away. And Joe McQuill was quick to blow for over-carrying, so he's given Newbridge the free on the 21 metre line. And Tommy a wee bit unlucky there. He was desperately trying to get that ball away, but wasn't been given much of a chance. But regardless, here's Mulholland now with the kick, left footer. And I'm sure the Newbridge supporters are wondering at this stage, just as the Moy were in the first half, how do we get ourselves back into this game? Here's the kick from Mulholland. He's kicked that low and he's kicked it short, and again that's Nathan Brady with it. Nathan has kicked it out long towards the sideline, but this one has went out over the sideline. So that'll be Newbridge an opportunity to kick it back in again. Audie Kelly getting very animated there on the sideline as well, barking instructions to his defence.
I suppose Union was just relieved to get that off the line there. He looked up, maybe there was no options, but he was quite happy just to drive it out.
I see a couple more subs warming up here as well. Carl McQuaid, one of the men limbering up. We've seen him come on in numerous championship games this year, of course, having vital experience. And Colin Kavanagh seems to have got his hands on that last. Well, he's disputing that fact. Colin was sure that was a wide. He went up to contest that ball, but the umpire seems fairly sure that was a 45, so we'll just have to...
No, it's not like Colin to contest a referee decision.
So Newbridge now with the 45 metre kick to get them in it. It's Conor Doherty now with this strike. And they'll feel they'll really need a score now, because they certainly look like a team has been rattled, and they're about to introduce another sub of their own as well. Ryan McElhone, I think, is about to enter the fray for them. And I think Doherty has struck this one well. He has. He struck that one over the bar, much to the relief of the Newbridge crowd. And that gets him back down to a goal. And yes, McElhone is entering the field of play here. Ryan McElhone. He's coming on from Mark McGrogan. And Newbridge badly needed that score to get them back down to a goal. So all of a sudden, just only one kick of the ball in this game again, despite the Moy's brilliant start to the second half. So we certainly can't rest on our laurels here in any shape or form.
Yeah, a nice strike by Conor Doherty there. He's a serious player, and that's maybe his third or fourth point of the game.
It certainly is, and it's Colin Kavanagh rose highest. The all-star striding forward, trying to get and set us another attack up for his team, and he gives that off to Ewan Deeney. But Ewan was bundled over there by Eamon Burke. Joe McQuill's happy to let it play on. Conal Duffy trying hard to win that ball back for the Moy and does so. And it's Ryan Coleman now striding through. Oh, and we've just lost possession there, but has the referee seen something? Yes, the referee seen something further out the field. He was playing the advantage, and that's going to be a free for the Moy again. And we saw Ryan Coleman, of course, Ryan celebrating his 20th birthday this weekend. He was turned 20 yesterday. So he'll be hoping for, I'm sure he's saving his birthday celebrations, hopefully for tonight. And let's hope it's a double celebration as Sean lines up to take this free. He looks to have struck that reasonably well. Oh, he didn't. It was dropping short. And it was the Newbridge centre back, Daisy McColgan, let that one slip through his hands. So it'll be a 45 and another opportunity maybe to see what we can do with this against the Breeze. We shouldn't lose sight of that fact. Speaking of birthdays, we have another Moy Gale, one of our older Gales, Margaret Mackle, celebrating her birthday today as well. So she's another one who'll be hoping for a double celebration tonight. As Sean Kavanagh picks up that 45 return, collects it well again. He's fisted that one, but it's going to drop short here, and this is an opportunity for Paddy Lavery, the substitute. He turned, there's like a backward kick there, but he done extremely well, and we'll take that point. Excellent work there by Paddy Lavery, Philly, to put us 4 up again.
Yeah, good work by Sean there. We changed the 45s a little bit. Sean took it short, took the return, and good opportunity, and Paddy put it away well there.
He certainly did, and the Moy has won that one again, and that was a fairly hefty challenge, which the referee will feel will warrant a booking. It's Colin Kavanagh on the receiving end of another big hit. As Newbridge now start to lose just a slight bit of discipline here now. That's Bateson, the captain, obviously frustrated with the way things have gone in this second half. Venting his frustration out on Colin Kavanagh, but we'll take that as well. Sean now in the 45 metre line, going short again with this, and he gives it into Harry Lougharn. Score of that absolutely amazing goal after 39 minutes. Harry's found himself in more space here. He's went for the point and he's landed the point. And Philly, that's another fine score for Harry Lougharn. And that puts us now 5 ahead, Philly, at this venture. And the referee has seen something here too. This just keeps getting better and better for the Moy. Referee.
Yeah, serious score from Harry there. He was sort of got the ball out in an arc with enough position and worked himself in with confidence into the scoring position and got it between the posts.
Fine kick from play again. Everything going right for the Moy this half. And I say if we can keep this going, this looks like Sean's going to pop this one over from the free. He does exactly that. It's 112 to 9 points. Somehow we are now 6 points ahead of this highly fancied Newbridge outfit, and things are going well, and things are going even better now because the Newbridge keeper's kicked it straight into our arms as we go on another attack here. Harry Lougharn lays that one off. That looks like it's Dackie Conroy with the kick, and it is Dackie Conroy. Dackie Conroy won that ball from the kick out. He's driven that one over, and Philly 113 to 9 points now. There's another 3 or 4 points in the trot from the Moy, and all of a sudden this is looking extremely good for us.
Yeah, we just can't do no wrong. We're playing with great confidence there. Helped the goalkeeper's kick out, of course, but Declan Conroy put that away well there, and now the pressure's seriously on Newbridge here for a score.
Whoa, an Ulster semi-final with, I don't know, we could be talking about possibly about 9 minutes left here. Yes, we're looking at 9 minutes to go, and we are 7 points up. Never could we have dreamt of this situation, certainly even at half time. And again, more good pressure from the Moy defence there and trying to keep out this Newbridge attack, who haven't really posed that big a threat this half, to be honest. But Joe McQuillan gives the Moy the free, and everything seems to be going right here for the Moy, but they're playing extremely well. Newbridge are like a team that are completely shell-shocked here, and I say never in a million years did we think, Philly, we'd be in this position with 8 minutes to go in this Ulster semi-final, 7 points up. And we just need to play sensibly here in these last 10 minutes, if you include injury time and all, I'm sure. And there's a challenge there now where the referee has seen something. And I think he's penalising Niall Conlon for possibly dragging down his marker. I thought both players looked to be kind of in a bit of a tangle, but he somehow singled Niall out as being the main aggressor.
This could be a black card for Niall here.
And is that, yes, he's pointing to the line. Niall's got a black card. He's deeming that to be very cynical there, and Niall's going to have to be replaced here very quick, and we're going to lose his experience now in these last 10 minutes or so. as he makes his way across the line. Temporarily, we're going to be playing with 14 men until we get somebody on. Newbridge just floated that one in, and just as we say that, they've got a goal out of nothing, Philly. So this game is far from over. The Newbridge crowd have reacted well to that one. So there's a double blow. We've lost Niall Conlon there to a black card, and that looked like a harmless enough ball in. We didn't deal with it terribly well, and Newbridge are back in this game. This game is not over, Philly.
Yeah, it proved very costly tackle by Niall there, and it was a black card, and we've lost him, and a goal has come off it, and probably no real need to commit it. We were attacking, and we're playing good football, and now that'll give Newbridge a good lift.
I'd say, Philly, we were playing all the football in this half, but all of a sudden now that lead doesn't inspire as much confidence as Newbridge. We've touched that ball on the ground. It's Paddy Lavery has just scooped that one off the ground, and he's about to make a substitute here. Ciarán McQuaid's coming in, and we're going to need Ciarán's experience now. We certainly are going to need all the experience to keep this Newbridge team at bay here in these last 7 or 8 minutes of this game. Yes, Ciarán has come onto the field of play.
Yeah, but I suppose we can't afford to sit back either. We've probably done that in previous games and just scraped through, but this Newbridge team will be lethal enough in attack, and we'll probably just need to keep pressing forward here and trying to get another score.
Yeah, and just as we say that, Joe McQuillan has given us free there. Strong tackling by Ciarán McQuaid was in there, and I think he was given great help by Tommy McNichol with a strong challenge. Tommy using all his physical presence there to win that free back as well. There's 6 minutes left. 6 minutes, Philly, between ourselves now and an Ulster final place. Think about that, folks. Moy in an Ulster final. We're not there yet, though. We've still a lot to do, because Newbridge just showed there that they can get a goal out of nothing, and another goal, of course, would leave this game right on the edge again, as the Moy try to play a possession type of game now, trying to just take the sting out of this Newbridge team, trying to deflate them slightly if we can. Oh, that looked to be a trip, and that looked to be cynical, and somehow the referee has deemed that to be completely accidental. And now this is dangerous here now as Mulholland gets it, but well hit there by Ciarán McQuaid. Got a big hit in and a very important challenge as Newbridge go on the attack again, but that ball has gone astray, and it looks as if we may come away with this one. It's Mark Gribben has got the ball. Yes, Mark Gribben sweeping that one up well, doing good work. And I say another Newbridge score at this stage was really going to put us under a lot of pressure. That's why the Moy just trying to play a good possession game. Sean Kavanagh gives it to Decky Conroy. Decky playing it back across the field again. The Moy's not going to panic here. But at the same time, as Philly McQuaid said, they don't want to sit back here. It can be a very dangerous game when you sit back and try and defend the lead. So here's Mark Gribben, and Mark going back. Doesn't want to give any needless balls away if he can. He just needs to keep getting support. And it's Harry Loughearn up there helping out his defence. Ciarán McQuaid there too, so the Moy not in any great urgency to get up the field, and they need to be very careful here, because this possession game can sometimes, especially in your own half of the field, if you're turned over at this end, you could find yourself in a spot of bother. But it looks as if we're going to come out with this one. It's Colm Kavanagh. Gives that across. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of normal time left. A lot of fingernails being chewed again among the Moy support. As the decibel levels in the crowd rise again. 5 minutes away from an Ulster final. 5 minutes. When we were setting off on our championship crusade in Tyrone this year, little did we think we'd get to here. Sean Kavanagh takes a big challenge. And Francie McQuaid, I think, on there too. Barking instruction, telling the Newbridge players to get off. Francie didn't like what he saw there, and he's certainly letting the officials know about it too. Joe McQuillan didn't think there was anything seriously untoward, although he's now finally coming over to the linesman.
Yeah, again, probably a little bit of frustration the way we were playing it about, and then when Sean decided to go forward, he was just unceremoniously fouled.
He certainly was fouled. Now, the only thing I'm surprised at is that Joe McQuillan doesn't feel the need to take any more action against the Newbridge players, but although he's handled this game, I have to say, very well, Joe McQuillan, in fairness. It's been nothing too controversial. He's certainly a vastly experienced referee. He's refereed at the very, very highest level. And now he's having a word, I think, with one or two of the Moy officials here too. And maybe there's another sub being introduced. Yes, we have another sub coming on here now. And that's Aaron Donaghy now on the field of play. Son, of course, of the great legendary Plunkett Donaghy. Starred for the Moy in Tyrone. And won an intermediate championship in Tyrone himself back in 1982. So Aaron Donaghy now becomes the 4th Moy sub to come on today. And now there's a bit of a hold up here as Sean tries to get himself back in working order again. My crowd very much relieved to see Sean back on his feet again. He looks slightly dazed again, and the Newbridge player seems to find the need to interfere with him again. I don't know why, but there's 2 minutes now of normal time, but that could add on another bit of injury, so we're down to the last 2 minutes of normal time, and whatever the referee decides to play on, as Moy make their way through, and they've won the free there, and that's a very crucial free to be winning, as Newbridge again trying to get involved in a couple of just a wee afters there, and that looked like that was Aaron Donaghy won that free for them.
It was Aaron Donaghy won that free there. Aaron's very strong and forward. I suppose they felt no choice when he fell in there.
He's a big strong fella, Aaron, and he certainly used his physical presence well there to win that free. And now this is very much within Sean Kavanagh range, and if he could put this one over with 1 minute of normal time to go, there's 4 points in this game. This would stretch the lead to 5, and yes, he puts that over the bar, nonchalantly strikes that one over, and that you feel is a big kick, Philly. We're not far off injury time here. That puts us 5 up. Oh.
Yeah, 5 points going into the last minute there now. That's comfortable as we have been going into any of the final minutes of any game.
Absolutely, we've really never found ourselves in this position. We've never been too comfortable, possibly apart from the Gorchin game in the Tyrone semi-finals. Tommy McNichol well up the field. He's putting Harry Loughlin through. Oh yes, there it is, Philly McQuaid. I think you've just seen the score that has got us into the Ulster final. That was Tommy McNichol, laid it off to Harry Loughlin, and Harry Loughlin, the goal machine, does it again. And Philly, now, we have to be in the Ulster final.
Yeah, we're definitely in the Ulster final, you could say, but Tommy McNichol getting forward there, I think that's what it takes. I've spoken about that in a few games. That's what it takes to open defences up. And Newbridge, I suppose, coming out there and trying to get a score, has left themselves a wee bit open at the back, but Harry put it away well.
And we have 3 minutes of added time. 3 minutes as Newbridge go on the attack themselves here, but that ball's been broken away. It's 2:14 to the Moy. Newbridge 1-9. My God, the Moy supporters are all looking at the scoreboard going, is this really happening? Newbridge has only hit 1-2 this half. The Moy has really outscored them big time in this game. As Newbridge go and search now, they're trying to find something that'll just give them some glimmer of hope, but that one's went wide. Donald Jordan's about to come on the field to play for the Moy here too. Donald has been a great servant of the Moy, and also on the field to play now is Diarmuid McKeown. D. McKeown, young Diarmuid, is on the field as well. So the Moy bringing all the substitutes here on. Brilliant opportunity to give these lads a run out too. A big cheers. Ewan Deeney, the captain, makes his way off the field. He's a man replaced by D. McKeown. And as I say, Donald Jordan's going to be the last of the Moy substitutes on here as well. Good to see Donald getting action. As that ball's kicked out towards the midfield line, it's 2:14 to 1-9. The Moy has hit 1-10 this half to Newbridge's 1-2. That tells you all about the Moy dominance, as Colin Kavanagh easily collects that one in his own full back line, is fouled and the free out. And as Philly said, we've very rarely been in this position, that in injury time we're so comfortable. And for a game in which we were underdogs, Philly, to be leading this game now by 8 points as Donald Jordan enters the field of play, this is dreamland now for the Moy. We're going to be in an Ulster final. We've never been in this kind of territory before. The Moy crowd is absolutely delirious here, I can tell you. There's a lot of happy smiling faces. And this is...
Yeah, as you said, dreamland, but after a Declan Connery point in the first minute, we went for a period in the first half of 20 minutes without a score, and at half time you couldn't have seen this league getting into the final minutes.
And listen to the cheers. Tom Loughlin makes his way off the field too. The Moy crowd are absolutely ecstatic at this. This has been a phenomenal second half performance, as good as probably anything we've seen from any Moy team before. in living memory, as Newbridge again try and go and score, but Colin Cavan is there. He'll pick those balls up all day long. Joe McQuillan's getting free out. It's all now about waiting for this final whistle. And Philly, there's a game on after this now, of which we're going to have to take a big interest in, because we're going to be there. We're in the Ulster final. It's going to be either Rostrevor of Down or Milford of Donegal. But no matter who it is, this my team
it's great to have an interest in it.
I would agree, and this my team's going to take a lot of beating in the Ulster final, you think?
Yeah, but you see Colin Cavan there winning that last ball. He's been immense there in the second half, coming out of that defence with balls, and that's where your attack starts every time.
And here we go on the attack again. Can we crown this brilliant performance off with another score? Paddy Mackle's in there challenging, and Tommy Conlon has done well to help us win that ball back. I think that was Donald Jordan got his hands on the ball too. It's Mark Gribben's going to have a go at this one. And yes, the fist goes up by Mark Gribben. And that just about sums our day up here in the ecclesiastical capital of Ireland here in Armagh. That's 2-15 to 1-9. What a scoreline. What a performance. What a day for the Moy Tiernan Football Club. This is sensational.
Yeah, some score by Mark, and it's good to see him getting on the scoreline. He's really worked hard in that defence there.
And at this stage, we probably just want, well, some people wouldn't want the final whistle to go. I would like to see it, because to be honest, we've had 2-11 in this half to the Moy's 1-2. We've outscored Newbridge 2-11 to 1-2 in the second half. And at this stage, I suppose we just want to get to the final whistle now with no injuries, no sentence off or anything like that. We just want everybody intact now for what is going to be the biggest game in our club history. We've won that ball back. The final whistle goes. It's all over Philly McQuaid. What a day. The Moy 2-15, Newbridge 1-9. Do you just want to sum that one up, Philly? What a day.
Yeah, very comfortable. Second half, unbelievable. Whatever was said at half time on substitutes and on fresh legs, and everything makes a difference, and just everyone up their game. And what a day, Ulster final. And we'll take a look at this second game now and see who we're going to face.
So we rounded up now. Thanks for that, Philly. We rounded up now. Well done. Congratulations to our players and management on another memorable day. Ulster final, here we come.
Thank you.